Coloring Book Engine, a structured workflow for creating full, publish-ready coloring books, from idea to export. Let's build one together. Coloring Book Engine is an AI-powered workflow for building full coloring books and series, not just single pages. It gives you end-to-end control, starting from idea and page assembly, all the way to layout and publish-ready exports. Instead of juggling separate tools for images, vectors, PDFs, and videos, CBE organizes everything into one structured pipeline. This lets you scale from a few dozen pages to hundreds while keeping consistency, print specifications, and output quality under control. The goal is simple: professional, publish-ready results, so you can focus on creating, not managing files. Before going further, it's important to be clear about what CBE is and what it isn't. CBE automates the operational side of making coloring books: planning, assembling pages, layout, exports, and repeatable production. It combines AI-assisted tools with a creator-first workflow, including assets that support coloring animation for promotion. At the same time, CBE is not a money-printing tool. Publishing coloring books is a business, and results depend on multiple factors, including content quality, positioning, publishing choices, and execution. CBE doesn't own your AI outputs, doesn't lock you into one model or provider, and it's not a subscription. You only pay for AI usage when you actually use it. Throughout this tutorial, we'll use KDP as a reference, but the workflow is platform agnostic and applies to most publishing platforms. Once you purchase CBE, you'll receive a license key by email. On the first screen, simply paste that license key to activate the software. Before continuing, you'll be asked to review and agree to the EULA. This is required to proceed. CBE uses a BYOK, bring your own key, approach for AI features. That means you connect your own AI API keys, and AI usage is billed directly by the provider you choose. AI is used mainly during planning and sketch generation, where it helps speed up ideation and early-stage production. At the moment, CBE supports API keys from OpenAI and Gemini. You'll find links to set up each API key below. And one more reminder: to work smoothly, make sure you have AI credits available. As a starting point, adding around $20 is usually a good baseline. Actual usage depends on the model and how you use it. The workflow is straightforward and sequential. You start with planning, brainstorming ideas, and defining the book page by page. Then you move into sketching and vectorizing line art. Next comes coloring, generating, processing, selecting, and finalizing. After that, assets and videos help you package everything for promotion. Each stage flows into the next, cleanly and predictably. Let's try an example. We'll create a book with the theme Cozy Animals. In the planning stage, we start with brainstorm. Here, you simply talk to the chatbot about your idea, naturally, like a conversation. The chatbot asks the kinds of questions you'd normally need to answer when planning a coloring book, and helps structure your idea step by step. Once the overall concept is clear, we move to page by page. Based on what we discussed, CBE helps draft a page-level plan for the entire book. And even after the table is generated, you can keep refining it, adjusting page variety, adding requirements, or editing anything until it matches exactly what you want to make. There are two main ways to handle sketches in CBE. One option is to generate images using AI based on the prompts we planned earlier. The other is to import your own sketch images if you already have them prepared. In this tutorial, we'll use AI generation, just to demonstrate the standard workflow. When you move to the Sketch tab, each page already has its prompt set up from the planning stage. You can click each item to generate images individually. Let's start by generating 3 sample pages. As you click, image generation is queued. Each image takes roughly around 12 seconds. And since this uses AI generation, please note that it consumes your AI credits. Okay, we have some cozy animals. Do the sketches look good so far? Let's refine one of them. On this rabbit page, let's add more detail to the dough it's making. Click the Edit button on the top left of the card and add a detail. Let's put pepperoni on the dough. Yes, rabbits are usually vegetarian, but let's allow a bit of imagination here. When you're ready, click Run Rest to process the remaining pages. And as a general rule, orange buttons indicate actions that use AI features. If you're not happy with the results, it's totally fine to pause here. Go back to the Plan tab and adjust the overall concept or specific page plans before running everything. Now, once sketches are ready, vectorization is simple. Click Run All, and your sketches will be converted automatically. It's fast. Click on any vectorized image to inspect the details. Vector formats are publishing friendly, and they'll be used later during PDF production. Let's quickly check the bind page. The sketches we just made are already organized as interior pages. Now, let's move on to coloring. When creating a coloring book, coloring the pages is not strictly required, but we include coloring as a core step for 2 important reasons. First, most coloring books use colored artwork for the cover. Second, if you want to promote your book with videos, you'll need coloring scenes anyway. There are 2 ways to handle coloring in CBE. One is the 4-step workflow we provide. The other is importing coloring layers created with external tools. Since AI evolves quickly, using external tools is absolutely encouraged if they fit your style better. In this tutorial, we'll walk through CBE's step-by-step workflow. This workflow has 4 stages: make, process, select, and finalize. Let's begin with make. Click Run to generate colored images using your local GPU. Each cell shows a 4-image grid, 4 candidates for that sketch. To maximize compatibility, this stage uses a lightweight local model, so we won't promise perfect results every time. But the upside is, this runs entirely on your PC, takes some time, and does not consume any API credits. Once images are generated, go to Process. Here, we process the results using palettes based on real-world coloring markers. We approximate popular marker palettes by converting them into structured color data. If you uncheck a palette, you'll get results closer to the original colors instead. Next is Select. Here, processed color images are composited with the sketches, so you can judge the final look. Click to choose the result you prefer for each page. Even if none feel perfect, choose the closest option and continue. Selection is required to move forward. Finally, open the Results tab. Here, you'll see the selected results in a grid. We don't assume they're perfect, so CBE includes a very simple image editor for final touch-ups. Click any image to open the color editor. It has basic color picking and paint bucket tools, and it's designed to reuse colors already on the canvas, so your palette stays consistent. If you want, you can also introduce new colors and finish the artwork your way. When you're done, go to the Project Explorer. Open 003/coloring/003_selected and click the magnifier icon to view the files. These coloring images are designed to overlay cleanly with sketches, without shading or heavy black regions. At this point, sketches and coloring are complete. You could finalize the book here, but in this tutorial, we'll continue through assets and videos, so you can prepare a full-fledged asset pack for publishing and promotion. The purpose of the Assets page is to prepare everything needed so coloring can be animated over time. This stage focuses on computing single-stroke style coloring paths and the pre- and post-processing around them. We start with masking. In this grid, black represents sketch lines, and white represents areas that can be colored. If you want to color only the subject and keep the background white, click the background segments and change them to black. Black areas won't generate coloring paths, so they stay white in the final coloring animation. In practice, once masking is done, most of the assets work is already complete. Next, move to path. This step is CPU intensive, and the time depends on your CPU performance and image complexity, anywhere from around 20 minutes up to 2 hours. Some images may fail to produce an ideal single-stroke path, so CBE automatically generates fallback paths when needed. Then go to Compile. This combines the paths, sketches, and selected coloring images into a single asset bundle. It shows the colored paths and how the assets are structured together, so you can understand how the coloring assets are organized. Compile only takes a few seconds, and it prepares the assets needed for video generation. Now, let's move to the Video tab. Here, CBE generates coloring process videos at 60 frames per second. Each video is normalized to exactly 1 minute in length. These videos match the resolution and aspect ratio of your project images. They're not meant to be final, standalone videos. Instead, think of them as coloring layers you can composite into your own scenes. You might add an AI-generated character drawing on a canvas, or show the coloring as if it's happening on a magical chalkboard. How you use these videos is entirely up to your imagination. Now, let's move to the book section, starting with the cover editor. Before working on the cover, we recommend having your sketches, colored images, and your front matter and back matter ready. If these change later, the layout may be recalculated, and your cover design work may need to be restarted from scratch. Click Cover to enter the cover editor. The cover is a single canvas, back cover on the left, front cover on the right, and the spine in the center. We start from one of the most popular cover design templates used in the market. On the left, the grid layout tool previews pages from your book. You can randomly sample layouts from 1 by 1 up to 3 by 3 and place them directly onto the cover. Instead of adjusting every image manually, it's designed to help you build a solid grid with minimal effort. A 3 by 3 grid looks great here. Now, let's click the background. The background is divided into back cover, front cover, spine header, and spine body. Each section can have its own color, or you can place an image onto that area. If you click Theme at the top of the selected section, you can apply a predefined canvas color theme to all areas at once. Finally, let's decorate the front cover with an art object. With the art object selected, open the mask editor and remove the background to make it transparent. That usually makes the cover feel much cleaner. Now, for the interior. It consists of front matter, coloring pages, and back matter. Front matter and back matter should be prepared by you, and for this tutorial, we'll use sample templates temporarily. Click Export Book to generate 3 versions at once: an advanced reader copy, a digital-friendly copy, and a paperback version. They're useful for different stages of publishing, so exporting together keeps things efficient. And that's the full end-to-end workflow. From a simple idea to page planning, sketches, coloring, assets, videos, and publish-ready exports. At this point, you have a complete project and a reusable asset pack for both publishing and promotion. Thanks for building it with me.